Well, if you're buying a home, you might be surprised to learn that in many cases, cash is king. Joining us now is our real estate expert, Rick Sadle. Hey there, Rick. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. It's a couple hours later than normal, so I'm good right now.
Yeah, I bet you are. CNN is reporting that the number of all-cash deals in the first quarter of this year more than doubled to 43% compared with last year. What's causing this?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? But, well, honestly, I think it's the same thing we've been talking about for weeks and months. It's the inventory shortage. It's the lack of houses that we have for sale. It's causing people to have multiple offers on their house. And obviously, if you want to jump to the front of the line in that situation, the easiest way to do it is to have all cash or at least have a large cash down payment.
Does this really matter to sellers?
Oh, in a huge way. We just talked about the inventory shortage, but I think one of the reasons that it matters most to sellers is if you're going to choose someone who can pay all cash and close quickly, not worry about appraisal, versus someone who has to worry about appraisal and adhere to all these super strict underwriting guidelines right now, you're going to choose the cash one. And I think that cash is just much more likely to close. And, of course, obviously that's important to sellers.
Well, I got to ask you said strict underwriting guidelines. How strict have they gotten? Maybe we haven't caught up with this yet.
Well, it's interesting. The guidelines themselves haven't gotten a lot more strict, but the enforcing the compliance seems to have gotten a lot more strict, and especially around appraisals right now. For some reason, not necessarily values, but repairs. Appraisers are calling out things that they wouldn't have called out in the past. So they're saying, there's some repairs with the roof that need to be fixed or whatever else, and that has to be finished before we'll finance the loan. So that's one of the things right now.
But Rick, if you're a buyer, wouldn't you want an appraisal anyway? I mean, who's to say that the house is worth what it's being asked for, what the person has it listed for?
Right. Well, and honestly, that's not really the biggest deal. It's the appraisers calling out some of these things that they wouldn't have called out in the past in their report. So then the underwriters are catching these things, and they're forcing the seller, in essence, to spend a lot of money fixing these things. So that's one of the biggest things right now is the amount of repairs that sellers are having to do to get the appraisal through.
And before we go, again, about the all-cash deals, according to CNN, that Miami, New York, Boston, and the coastal California are attracting a lot of foreign buyers who are paying all cash for homes. Are you seeing any of that around here?
Yeah, actually, we see quite a bit of it, mostly people from China. But so here's the thing. If you're going to come over from a foreign country and buy real estate here, the likelihood is you don't have a credit score, you don't have a history with the banks, so you're likely going to have to pay cash to buy real estate here in the United States.
Rick, thank you. Hope you have a good holiday. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thanks. You guys too.
Rick Sadle is with Keller Williams Realty. You can contact him at sadlerealestate.com.